Well, it's Monday. That's right. The weekend's out of the way. We're back to the work week. And because we didn't do it Friday, today we're doing Kung Fu Monday. That's right. We're talking about Shogun Shadow from 1989. Don't go anywhere. You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back.
Previously on the Nerdy Ronin Network.
Yes. In closing, I will leave you with a quote from Pompeii, 79 AD. Hack! The floor is lava!
Happy Monday. I'm going to tell you what. The weekend's gone. It's out of here. The work week is here. And I wasn't ready for it. Just kidding. Hey, you know what? Thanks for being here, as always. To all our subscribers, welcome. We're glad you're here. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please subscribe and like the videos so you never miss out. Hit that little bell. Ding, ding, whatever. All right, we appreciate it. It lets us know we're doing something good here. All right. There's lots of links in the description down below for all the things we like. Coffee, Shield Republic t-shirts, or merchandise stuff. And soon, our Flagrant Triggers merchandise page will be right back down there in the links, which I talked about that on Friday. So, how was your weekend? Was it good? Did you have a great one? Did you party too hard? Did you watch something good? Well, I did. Sort of. I actually watched lots of things. But to get into what we're talking about today on Kung Fu Monday, I need to tell you something. I've been reviewing a lot of Indian cinema lately, and today's movie is not Indian cinema. However, I know a lot of people don't know Indian cinema in America. They don't want to take the time to watch it, or because it's got some songs in it and some musical numbers in some of the movies, because that's part of their culture. It's the dance numbers. It's the same as when people won't watch a musical, alright? Because they're like, I don't watch something where they sing everything. Really? So you've never seen Grease? Alright. Just so we're clear. It's different. But I'll tell you something. In Indian cinema, something I've noticed by watching these movies, they are very proud of where they come from. They are proud of their culture. They don't hide it. They don't put a bunch of messaging in it, in their entertainment. I'm speaking only of their entertainment here. The men are big of stature and muscles, and they're manly, and the women are curvy and flirty. And almost all the movies, almost every single one, even action movies, have a love story component to it. And I was looking at an article from a movie star, an Indian movie star, about his latest release, and he made the statement. Somebody asked him, that the character seemed like a father figure of types, a strong father figure. And he said, well, of course, a strong father is important. He said, in every one of my roles, I try to put a strong father figure, because a strong father figure is important in your life. Now, when's the last time you heard that coming out of Hollywood? Nope. In Hollywood, it's the exact opposite. They have destroyed the good fathers, and dads are all bad, fathers are all bad, men in general are all bad. I just found that interesting, and I wanted to bring it up. I'm curious of your thoughts. So, comment down below. Tell me what you think. Because I found that extremely interesting, because I'm truly enjoying the Indian movies that I'm watching. Great storyline, great action, super entertaining, cheesy love story, action movies, comedy, just the whole gambit. It's some super cool stuff. and it's just entertaining. It's not all great. There's some horrible ones too, but in general. So I'm just curious. Anyway, let's get back to Kung Fu Monday. Sorry, went off on a little tangent, but I was just that surprised me when I read that article. So anyway, today's movie. Let's get into it. Shogun's Shadow. This is not going to be a long review. I'm going to tell you. Directed by Yasuo Furuhata. Written by Hiro Matsuda, Sadao Nakajima. Starring Sonny Chiba, Ken Ogata, Norihito Arai, Toshiro Asari. Anyway, 1989, 1 hour and 54 minutes. I'm not even going to tell you the synopsis on there because it's not correct. Alright, here's the deal. In this movie, the Shogun's Shadow, the Shogun has two sons. His oldest child, which is not very old at all, like 7, 8, something like that, he considers him weak. His second child, the younger child, who is much younger, looks like him, the Shogun, and the older child does not. So the Shogun has decided that for an heir, the next in line to be shogun. Now the Shogun's he's mad, he's nuts, he's crazy, he's drunk and just all messed up in the head. But he's decided he wants the younger son to be next in line for the shogunate. So he sends ninjas to kill the next in line, his son. And just so happens that there's a small group, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's a small group of samurai that are in charge of protecting the child. And this whole movie is about them trying to get the child to Edo, where he's been called to be on a certain date. But the plan is to kill him. Not by the ones guarding him, obviously, but the 5,000 other samurai in the Shogun's employ are basically out to kill the child. And the samurais with it. Now, I mean, it sounds great. That sounds like such a good story. You've got intrigue and adventure and, edge of your seat entertainment, right? Yeah, no, that's not what happens. And here's why. Being a 2-hour movie, you had plenty of time to introduce said heroes and show some of their background and history and how they got where they got as they protect this child from all the evil coming to kill it. And it kind of does that, but it does it horribly. The editing is terrible. The cuts where they've cut it all together, it doesn't flow well. But the worst sin of this movie is the child that they're protecting, the one you're supposed to care about, the one you should want to live, is a total jerk. Now, does that change by then? No, not really. He's a spoiled brat at the beginning and a spoiled brat at the end. He's just a little friendlier. But the big draw for this movie is that Sonny Chiba is in it. And to be honest, he plays a bad guy, but he does it well. Because it's Sonny Chiba, right? And then Ken Ogata, you've got as the main good guy, and he does a great job. So the two main characters and the heroes that are with the child through the entire movie, they're all great characters. But you just don't know anything about them. The camaraderie and the way, you learn certain things after some of them have died. And the end of the story, I don't care if I give it away. It's from 1989. The child makes it there, and a lot of people are dead at the end of it. And so that's a great arc for the characters. You just don't know enough to care about them. Is it watchable? Of course. It's worth one sitting, depending on where you watch it. Because, I usually watch things on Tubi, but the subtitles weren't there. There were no subtitles, so that was pointless. So I watched it on Freevee, and the subtitles were there. And it's watchable, but it has some ads. It's free to watch with ads. But by the end of it, I just didn't have that overall feeling of, oh, this was fantastic. I loved it. It wasn't there. It was missing. The climactic battles, and that was all on point. It's fantastic. Anytime you get to watch Sonny Chiba and Ken Ogata, and like you see these battles, it's fantastic. Great sword fights. And there's some really good death scenes in this movie. And I mean heroic death scenes, is what I mean. But overall, the entire movie, you're just like, this kid is such a jerk. Kill him already. Kill him already. Really. Maybe his little brother's better. Who you never meet the little brother, obviously, but that was my feeling halfway through. It's like, alright, just hurry up and kill him so we can be done with this. He was just a rude kid. Anyway, that's it. Hey, look, I gotta get out of here. It's Monday. I got so much to do today. This is definitely worth a single watch. I will never watch it again. The saving grace is the heroic characters in it, and Sonny Chiba as one of the bad guys. That works. It works well. The complexity of the background stories and what happened once you find out at the end who's who and who's done what, like, that's all right. But it didn't go deep enough. Like, you basically, it's too late. By the time it's over with and you find these things out, you're like, why couldn't you have discussed this at the beginning? Like, showed this at the beginning and led into it with these backstories so that you know who's, like, worthy to, like, you're cheering for these people because they've had such a tough way to go and whatnot. It would have been a better way to edit the movie together, in my opinion. All right. There you go. I hope you guys have a great week. I appreciate once again you being here. Thank you. And we'll see you on Wednesday. For Michael the Microphone, Bob, Squeaky Chair in the back, and this big fat silly nerd. See you Wednesday.